They said the lighthouse at Greywater Point had been dead for decades, its light long extinguished, its keepers all gone mad or missing. But on the night of the storm, I saw it. Its beam slicing through the fog like a knife, pulsing every few seconds, as if it had found life again. Maybe it was curiosity. Maybe it was something darker that pulled me there. But when I saw that light move, I knew it wasn't a reflection. It was a signal, and it was meant for me. I shouldn't have gone out. The rain came sideways, hammering my face, the wind screaming like it wanted to tear me apart. My car groaned along the cliff road until the headlights found the tower, a black spire of stone, tall and skeletal, leaning into the sky. The light at its peak blinked again, perfectly timed with my heartbeat. The gate was open. Rusted chains hung broken across the ground. The air reeked of salt and iron. The ocean below looked endless, violent, alive. I called out once, just once, but the wind carried my voice away like it never existed. I told myself I'd only take a look, maybe snap a photo, then leave. But the door opened on its own. Inside, the air felt thick, like it had been waiting to breathe again. The spiral staircase loomed, stretching up into darkness. The walls were damp, covered in moss, and names scratched into the stone. Dates, initials, fragments of words. Stay, light, keeper. My flashlight flickered. The beam trembled against the walls. Somewhere above, something was moving, slow, deliberate, heavy. I told myself it was the wind. But the wind doesn't hum. That sound, low, almost melodic, was coming from higher up. A man's voice, old and broken, singing something I couldn't understand. Every note echoed down the staircase and pressed against my chest like invisible hands. I climbed anyway, one step at a time. Halfway up, I saw the first photograph. It was nailed to the wall, black and white, the edges curled from damp. A lighthouse keeper in a uniform, face obscured by shadow. Beneath it, another photo. The same man, a little older. Then another and another. Each one a little clearer, the shadows lifting. Until finally, I saw one that made me stop breathing. It was me. Same face, same eyes, same scar on the eyebrow. Only older, worn, hollow. My stomach twisted. I stepped back too quickly. My shoulder hit the wall, and my flashlight flickered out. For a moment, I stood there in complete darkness, the sound of my breathing too loud, too fast. Then, faintly, a whisper brushed my ear, my own voice. "You're late for your shift." I nearly fell down the stairs. The beam of my flashlight came back to life for a second, and caught a figure standing on the steps above. A man in a rain-soaked coat, pale face turned toward me, eyes shining with light. Then the light snapped off again. I ran, but no matter how fast I moved, the stairs never ended. I just kept climbing, my legs burning, the walls tightening around me. The air grew colder. The humming returned, louder now, more distorted, like 100 voices humming at once. I thought I saw faces in the walls, mouths open in silent screams. When I finally reached the top, my lungs felt like they were bleeding. The lantern room was massive, filled with broken machinery and old ropes. The great lens sat in the center, rotating slowly even though nothing powered it. Every few seconds, it cast that same sickly green light across the room. And there he was. The keeper stood by the glass, hands clasped behind his back, staring out at the storm. His skin was pale as wax, his beard dripping with seawater. He didn't turn when he spoke. "You came back." I froze. I don't even know you." He turned then, and the light hit his face. It was mine. Older, tired, but mine. "That's what they all say at first," he murmured. "You forget. You always forget." I stumbled back. "This isn't real." "Real?" he said, smiling faintly. "You think there's still such a thing?" He walked toward me. His boots didn't make a sound. The closer he got, the more everything seemed to blur. Walls bending, floor swaying like the sea. My flashlight flickered wildly, and when the beam hit him again, he wasn't standing anymore. He was hanging, suspended by the ropes that lined the ceiling, body swaying gently with the turning light. I screamed, but the sound didn't come out. The ropes snapped, and he hit the floor with a dull crack. His eyes opened. "Your turn," he whispered. The room shook violently. The lens spun faster. The light burst through the windows, slicing into the fog. The ocean answered with a roar. I covered my face, but even through my eyelids, I could see the flashes. Memories, not my own. Men in uniforms, storms from decades ago. Each keeper walking up those stairs and never walking back down. Their voices layered together, whispering the same word: stay. I couldn't breathe. The light grew brighter, burning through my thoughts. I felt it crawling inside my skull, rewriting something deep inside me. Every flash brought another image. Me standing outside in the rain. Me lighting the lamp. Me standing at the window, watching ships that never came. I don't remember falling. When I woke up, I was lying on the floor, the light still turning, the storm gone. My watch said 3:17 a.m. My flashlight was dead. The air was perfectly still. I tried to move, but my body ached like I'd been lying there for days. The ropes were gone. So was the keeper's body. I stumbled to the stairs. Every step echoed too loud. My heartbeat didn't match the rhythm anymore. It lagged behind, like something else was beating for me. As I descended, the photos on the walls had changed. The older ones were gone. There was only one photo left now, hanging crooked at eye level. It was me, but not as I was. As I am now. I couldn't look at it for long. I ran down, slammed through the door, and into the freezing air. The dawn was breaking faintly through the clouds. The sea was calm again, like nothing had ever happened. My car was still there, keys in the ignition, door open, engine silent. I got in, hands trembling, and drove. The road twisted along the cliffs, and in the rearview mirror, I saw the lighthouse shrinking behind me. Dark, silent, dead again. But then, just as I rounded the bend, the light flashed once more. For a moment, I thought I saw someone standing up there, in the lantern room window. They were watching me, their hand pressed against the glass. My hand moved too, unconsciously mirroring it. When I pulled it away, my palm was wet, with seawater. I didn't stop driving until I reached town. I burst into the only diner open that early and tried to explain. The waitress just stared. "There's no light up there," she said. "Not for 50 years. The last keeper went missing in 72. I laughed. I think I laughed. It didn't sound right. I went to the restroom, splashed water on my face, looked up, and froze. My reflection blinked a moment too late. Its lips moved, though I said nothing. I leaned closer. It smiled. That's when I heard it again. The hum. Faint, low, melodic. It came from nowhere and everywhere. I pressed my hands over my ears, but it was inside. In my bones. In my thoughts. I stumbled outside, gasping for air, but the fog was already rolling in from the sea. Thick, gray, swallowing the road, the houses, everything. Somewhere beyond the mist, a light pulsed once, twice, again. My body reacted before my mind could stop it. I started walking back toward the cliffs. I didn't want to. I swear I didn't. But something in me, something that remembered, pulled me. I reached the edge just as the beam swept across the shore. It hit me square in the eyes. For a heartbeat, I saw everything. The ocean alive with faces beneath the surface. hands reaching upward, the tower rising higher than the clouds, its walls made of every soul that ever kept the light. And in the center of it all, the keeper stood with his lantern, smiling. He lifted his hand. And for the first time, I understood what he was saying. You left the light burning. The fog surged forward. The sound of the waves swallowed the world. Then, silence. When I woke, I was lying in my bed. The storm was gone. My clothes were dry. My phone buzzed beside me. A missed call at 3:17 a.m. I told myself it was just a dream. But on the nightstand sat a small rusted key, the same kind that opened the lighthouse door. I haven't gone back. I tell myself I never will. But sometimes, when the wind is right and the sea is angry, I hear that humming again, soft, patient, calling my name through the static of sleep. And every night, just before I drift off, I see the faintest flash of green light on my ceiling, as if it's reaching through the fog, reminding me the light is still burning, and it's still waiting for me to return.